Hello and welcome back to Banished. Unfortunately, part of my game did not save, so I have a few little things that I'm just kind of catching up on here. Did have a little fence around here, if I do remember correctly. Which they are instantaneous, so that is pretty nice to just kind of get this kind of put back around here. Had to get the school back up, but I guess that kind of worked out because it was kind of nice that I could decide to give it a little two-road thing going on. Alright, so we got some of our houses back up. The school, I did move it over just so it has a little bit of a wider road right there. Now we got our bridges up here for later, so don't forget about them. We wanted to move on and get some of this area in here situated, just so we can start doing some more foresty things. And so we have like the really large area, which I don't think it works very well for that. So large is still large, medium, and then we got little tiny ones. And that might be a little too small for my liking here. Let's go ahead and get another small forest gatherer. These hunting cabins, they're fairly large footprint, so maybe the teeny one might work out a little bit better. Let's go ahead and get that one in, and of course a forester, which will help us get more of these trees and stuff. So kind of thinking maybe a normal forester might work out. We got the large ones. This is a little smaller one. I also have, I don't want to try to do any of those, another different forester lodge, which looks a lot like the same. This, I'm not sure if this has storage. One of these do, and I can't remember which one it is. Let's kind of nestle this guy in that direction. Okay, so we have our original forester stuff over here. We have more to expand over here. Eventually I'd like to stick a tunnel in here as well. Not build it, but at least get one in. We have like our normal one. We have a log tunnel. That's interesting. A different one. I have not used these other types, so I don't really know how much of a difference they are. Oh, brick one. Okay. That's a rough log tunnel. It is 3 spaces wide. Okay. That's going to take a lot of logs, but I think that might be good to just do it right now. Alright, so we got some roads that way. Let's get one down to the coastline so we can kind of start building out some of our roadways. And I'll do a little zigzag. I don't want to do... Well, maybe right here I might want to do a diagonal. No, I don't want to. Let's remove that stuff there. Let's start the diagonal up here. I like to keep it as much diagonal as possible. Okay, and that might leave a little bit of space still left in here for another mine, perhaps? See, we had been using a small mine. We do have our gatherer stuff. That is a large one. It's a multi-mine. Got a huge quarry. I don't have much interest in the quarries. They are pretty big. The marble quarry and stuff like that, that may be pretty good to use at some point. So let's go ahead and get another mine to be built too. And our guys have been pretty quick here. they do have a little capacity here for storage, so that's good. Got another hunter and another gatherer. And again, we'll still have problems with people. So, let's see. I do want to get a little bit more road in here, but it's kind of difficult to see. Okay, and we'll of course need a little bit of storage for these guys too. A bank barn could work back here. They're pretty large. Do not want another miscellaneous barn. Town tithe, these are going to be too large. We got a forest barn. That might be a nice little different thing to have around here. So let's get that going too. And probably some bit of normal stockpiles. And we can throw in some other types too. Okay, so I got most of the foliage and stuff in there. We are at 12 to 11 homes to family ratio. Again, we'll get enough population going here at some point. Like that person should probably be moving out, but we have too many somewhere here. At the beginning, you just kind of need to keep an eye on them. Make sure people are in the right place. So I had started getting some of this chopped down. We have our kind of bit here, and I kind of wanted to still continue doing these things around here. Oh yes, we did put in an orchard, which of course, fortunately did not save, so let's get that. I think it was 11 by 11 back in. But I do want to continue making sure that we have enough crop fields. So let's get in a little bit more. Don't want it to be too close to the roads, the water edge here. But I do want it to kind of keep continuing, so like fill in maybe a little bit of this space with crops. Alright, so we have our tunnel is done. It's kind of like going to nowhere at the moment, but it is done. Let's get a connecting road. So this is still double, so I want to keep it double. Alright, so that leaves this area open up for another place for another forester and whatnot here. One thing that is great about the MegaMods list and stuff here is that it has something different that's not in some of the other stuff. It might be in Colonial Charter, I can't remember. Let's look for it. It is the Wild Shepherd. And you can only have one per map, but it makes it pretty interesting to have it around here. So now that we also have the tunnel here, it's also going to be kind of maybe easier for some people moving around and connecting to things. So I would like to get one of these guys out here, and then we'll continue on, get some of those more houses. What were they? Yeah, the village wooden houses, okay. So that works. So this guy has a little place to live over here as well. And that will kind of work because we'll have enough space for one more person. And so far, the fish is doing decently well there. Okay, so I'm hoping that with this forester, I am going to need another wood chopper. And I think in this case, I will use a small one. I mean, this is a nice small one to begin with, too. So maybe that's not so bad. Actually, I think maybe, you know, we're gonna use reeds down there. Oh, that's funny. This guy will fit right in front of the gatherer. Well, that would make things pretty compact in here. Alright, let's go look at our fields real quick. We're gonna need some turnips, some radishes, and more turnips. And then we also have our apples that were put in before. We're going to need a couple farmers. And we don't have enough for all of them. Let's see. Let's just turn that one off, I guess, because no one's decided to go to that direction. Alright. I think also let's go ahead and get these bridges taken care of. However, we are going to need more stone for that, which we have a good bit over here. It's good for them to get rid of that stuff as well. And we always do need more stockpile things. There's a whole storage yard thing going on here. Let's just make a little area. I think we'll have a little bits of smaller places as we kind of go along. Like, maybe it'd be useful to have fuel storage. Just like a little log pile kind of thing in certain places for people. It probably will not get used a whole lot, but could be useful to have some of that. Let's wait till we can get some of this other stuff finished here. So we finally have a couple of our bridges done here. They're connecting to our other side, so we can go over and get all of our stuff over there. We also have, I just closed it out, way over here we had added in the wild shepherd, which... we have enough people, kind of. We had a lot of builders trying to get all this stuff done here. I think we just have so many gatherers. Alright, well that will put everything up to everything that we need. Okay, so we also added in a barn here in this new section. Okay. And there's the house for the forester there. Let's see, this is the... oh yes, that's right. We had it in this little guy right here, which fit in really nicely right here in this thing, so that we can get some people doing some of these things and getting our fuel limits. So, what I had wanted to try out was, how we get a couple houseboat stuff going on here. And since we're going to be right here around the water, so we got one there. We got our other one. That's that one. So we need someone to move into there. And I decided to try doing the Plymouth houses right around here. And it looks like we need, now that we finally got some stuff done, we need a little bit more roads put in around here. Looks like it's gonna have to be a little bit away from the door. That is okay. We got road going back here, and there's the gather bits and stuff. That might look a little weird. Let's have it kind of go around the side there. We have this bit right there as well. And it goes all the way back into this tunnel that will go through the mountain so that we can get to our other forestry stuff there. So right now on our town rival we have 17 out of 20. And so the population is starting to get a little bit bigger. And what I decided, because there was so much of these storages and stuff that were getting full, I put a few storage bits around some of the houses. I thought that might be useful. Like there's one here as well, just to add in a little bit. It's like more decoration, I think, than anything else for me. But where are you? Oh, you're going through the tunnel. That's very strange that that person is homeless there. Okay, one last thing is to help with the fire people there. I want to get a person doing that and then get an actual bundling shed going here. Which of course will be under the chopping stuff. There's the traditional one. It is larger. I don't want to spend a whole lot of space on that, but I kind of feel like it's better than getting a workshop though. This guy can be placed multiple ways because it has the wood or the road, and kind of looks like that's where it's gonna have to go. Okay, so what else is our builders working on? No one should be homeless though. Okay, well, I don't want to like go ahead and add like way too many boats at first because I'm not sure how much I'm going to be doing in this area in terms of the dock stuff. So I'm going to want to spend some bit of time building this up a bit more and seeing what else I can put in it decoratively and whatnot. Let's see if we can get a bundling shed. 4 people seems a bit excessive on that, but that's okay. Alright, and we did get in a bunch of decoration, but I'm going to continue working on that sort of thing. One thing, let's see, so they're going to be backed up over here. Let's make sure before I forget, I do want to actually get some actual product here. So fire bundles, so not only will it look like they make it here, but they're got a little bit stored. Get a couple of those guys around. It looks a little bit fuller and stuff around here. And, you know, there is so much decoration stuff that it takes a little bit of time to find some of the things that we need. A small cart. I do want some carts kind of in and around here. Look like people are actually moving stuff and doing stuff with it, and some of these have different variations of stuff. I think that could work there. So we'll make sure that this stuff gets finished up here. The only thing that I'm disliking in so far with these roads is that you can't tell where the roads are in the wintertime. And I'm not sure if you can see that otherwise with normal roads. I might consider changing some of that, which is kind of unfortunate. I like the look of it. Anyhow, those normal roads. I'll probably do like a little test. See, like over here, you can kind of see it that way. Gravel roads, I'm not too much of a fan of gravel. Oh, that's a soil road. Okay. Well, I'll test out a few of those. I don't think they'll be doing any of that quite around here. Maybe some wood roads specifically around the dock stuff, as that seems kind of appropriate. At least not on the slopey area. Of course, we can always change that too and have the land come up a bit and change that around. Yeah, we have people that are just stuck, which is kind of weird. Yeah, very kind of strange with the house because they were okay before. I'm guessing to make everyone a little bit happier, we're gonna need to get one more Plymouth house. Find where that stuff is again. We had stone hovels in our other place. And Nordic houses, tree houses. I thought about a tree house over here, but I thought maybe it might look a little bit weird here. Do not need boarding houses. We have a coastal home. That is what we used in our other place. These are kind of nice, but they don't seem to match quite the right ratio of stuff. So, got medieval houses. Yeah, a couple of Celtic homes. The tents definitely won't really work over here. Well, actually, this is a nice little stone house. That's kind of an interesting thing. Let's stick it over here. Alright, so I think that will be good. We'll start filling in more next time. Thanks for watching, and see you later.